question.
How do you know rape is wrong?
When do you consider rape or some shit?
Oh, well, I mean,
Wait,
I don't know if I've ever said that, but it is something I would say. It's a good question.
No, but the last time you said it, you sounded. I'm not gonna say you actually.
I don't know if I genuinely don't know if I said something like that.
Dumb and shit, and they sounded like they had a gun coat.
Well, it's a wow.
I wouldn't.
I'm not gonna lie. It would pretty it's a pretty good question. I mean, like, I think the questions like that are important because like understanding like the intersexual dynamics between like men and women, questions like that are like kind of necessary and important or whatever. Like for example, right? Like a lot of people think
I'm not gonna have that discussion with you, bro.
I'm saying like, wow, you don't have to. I'm just gonna say something. Like I think like a lot of women express like regret for a thing, and then they'll say like the dude raped her or whatever simply because they regret fucking the dude. They'll say something like that.
Dishonest, bro.
Or like they'll be like, I know. Stop talking. But I'm saying like some chicks would say that this is rape. You have other situations, right, where you have like stealthing. You have like stealthing or whatever, where the dude like where the girl said that like gave consent to fuck, and then he fucks, but she gave consent to fuck with a condom on, and then he like stealths her. Like at some point during the sexual intercourse, he like slips the condom off, and then they fucked. This is like rape, and I agree with this. This is also rape.
Yeah, that's rape.
But in regards to this,
I mean, yeah, that's a different thing. But like last time,
well, that's stealthing. That's not different.
Wait, what?
That's not different at all. That's absolutely rape. That is definitely rape.
No. That's different from what you was talking about the last time.
I don't think it was me. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Okay.
Well,
what was the other guy saying?
I never said it was you I was talking to. I said you sound familiar. You sound like that guy.
Well,
That's what I said. And
yeah.
You had the same lobby name as the guy who did it. Like,
well, then it was probably
sure
me.
It was
Well, it was probably me. But I don't think I ever said something like that.
Because it was like he had like Q&A in the chat. Like,
okay. Well.
And what did he say? He was just a dickhead, bro. He's just like he didn't listen to anybody else than himself.
Sound like him, Tenor Boy? Wait, hold on. That sound like him? No, he doesn't.
Oh, everybody else illiterate and dumb or below.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I think I might know what you're talking about. There's a guy in the lobby, in the Overwatch lobbies. It says something like ask me anything or ask a. It said no. He'll say like ask a I'm a genius. Ask me anything or Q&A with a genius or some shit like this or whatever. I've been waiting. I've been praying to stumble upon that lobby. I really want to talk to the supposed genius.
I was in that lobby, and what he was saying was the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
What was he saying? Now I want to defend it. What was he saying?
Just saying that, no, he was talking about rape and shit, but he was saying like, when do you consider rape? Like,
it's a good question. When do you consider rape?
No.
Oh, brother.
Somebody doesn't like, when you're doing something, when somebody told you not to do it.
Okay. So let me.
He said.
Oh no, and Tenor Boy, please do not.
So okay,
defend
let me.
that,
I'm not.
God.
Stop talking. So hold on. Let me ask you. Hold on. Let me ask you a question, right? So let's say that like you have a. Yeah, that's obvious. That's obviously basic, right? Yeah, I know. So let me ask you a question, right? So it's common sense, super basic. Let me ask you a question. So in regards to this, right? Let's say you have like a man and a woman or whatever, and they're like yeah, that's fine, but I'm just trying to ask you a question. So in regards to this, right? Oh, okay. You just want to say a thing and then get away with it? Okay, I feel you.
No.
Wait, what did he say?
That's the negging thing again.
I don't know what I said.
He's literally trying to neg you into an argument. Don't take it.
But anyways, that's fine. But essentially, I think like asking like when does like a sexual like engagement become rape is a legitimate question. I think like things like this, like people are just kind of like afraid or pussyfooting around to talk about when like this stuff is important. Like engaging, I think these conversations are important.
No, I feel like it's common sense.
It's common sense.
It's common sense.
It's common sense.
Well, I mean,
take risks.
that's.
Don't take risks.
Well, hold on. So you have. So let me tell you this, right? So you'll have like in real life. I'm not sure if any of you actually have had sex here, right? But in real life, when in sexual engagements, right? What happens here is like this is gonna sound really bad and rapey, but you gotta follow me on this one. The guy, a lot of people are super awkward, and it's actually not common sense for people to actually talk about what they want in the sexual engagement or in a sexual encounter, right? Most people actually don't speak. Most people actually don't talk about these sort of things. It's not common sense, and I'll explain to you why. I'll explain. You don't actually. You don't. King, I promise you. Hold on, wait. For somebody who didn't want to have this conversation, you're having the conversation, by the way.
Don't let him neg you, bro. Don't let him neg you. Don't let him neg you.
No, but I'm just letting you know. You just said you didn't. Wait, if you don't, wait, King, if you didn't, if you don't want to have the conversation, King, if you don't want to have the conversation, then stop talking.
But you're still. Oh my. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Bro.
All right, thank you. Let me just say my thing. You don't want to have the conversation, then stop talking. Then stop talking. All right, that's fine. So in regards to this, right? The issue here is that in a sexual engagement, what usually happens here is that people don't talk. People don't talk about these sort of things. People don't talk about sexual engagements because there's a lot of awkwardness. All right, shut up. There's a lot of awkwardness around these situations, right? And essentially, what happens here is that the dude is like, I'm perfectly calm. Just because I'm telling you to shut up doesn't mean that I'm not calm. Just stop talking. So
what is your main question in all
I'm trying to talk and niggas keep interrupting.
Calm down. It's okay.
Like, hold on, I can establish my point if you guys just shut the fuck up.
You could turn his own volume down.
Yeah, so shut the fuck up and let me speak. Oh, God damn. Okay, so anyways, as I was saying, right, there's a lot of awkwardness around these conversations and things like this. When you have a man and a woman that are like about to fuck or whatever, right, there's very, very rarely are they actually going to say, I want you to do exactly this, and this to me. I'm not okay with this, and this, etc., etc. People are usually just going with the flow, right? And the issue here is that when you have a guy that's constantly trying to see what he could get away with throughout the sexual encouragement, or throughout the sexual, hold on. Okay, so when you have a dude that's constantly trying to push the line to see what he can get away with, and when you have a woman who's not, if you guys can shut the fuck up and let me finish. Shut up. So anyways, if you have a dude, right, who's like constantly like pushing the line to see like, I wonder if it. Okay, god damn it. All right, I'm gonna try one more time. After I remove this dude.
You're not that guy. Never mind.
That's fine.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm gonna try after I remove this dude. I'm just gonna try one more time. I'm just gonna give up because clearly people are too immature to have this conversation. It's fine. Give me 1 second.
Is there just a simple question that you're willing to ask?
Like, you're the only one talking. Nobody else is talking.
I know, but like I keep getting interrupted. So hold on.
No.
We're just interjecting. You can
Okay, so
keep going after
an
that.
interjection is an interruption. So anyways, as I was saying, right? So when you have a guy who's constantly like pushing the line to see what he can get away with, like, I wonder if I can slap her ass, I wonder if she'll let me stick it in her butt, I wonder if I can do this sort of move, that sort of move, or etc.
Before you do it, you don't just put it in there.
All right.
Who's that guy? Which guy are you talking about?
Wait, King, I thought you didn't want to have the. I thought you didn't want to have the conversation.
No. But
Wait, King, no. I thought you didn't want to have the conversation.
But I'm not going like what? I'm listening.
Wait, but King, I thought you didn't want to have the conversation. So why are you asking questions?
I want to have that conversation. I want to say one thing.
Wait, I'm not gonna let you say one thing and then go back to saying I don't. King, I'm not gonna let you say one thing and then go back to saying I don't want to have the conversation.
Where do you get all this information from? Like, where do you get all this?
Well, if you guys let me finish, I can get my entire thing out. No, you're not gonna let me finish? Okay.
Let's be quiet. Let's all be quiet.
No,
Jesus Christ.
Talking to talk. We already know what he's gonna say.
Okay, if
let him finish anyway.
What are you getting at?
We might as well just get it over with.
Jesus Christ.
Get it over with.
Holy shit! God damn!
Keep going.
Okay, so alright, so anyways, right? When you have a dude in a sexual engagement, most of the time the dude is not constantly asking what he can and can't do. This happens most of the time, almost every time, right? The dude is not gonna say, "Can I tempt you here? Is it okay if I do this? Okay, I do this, etc., etc." He's just constantly doing a thing or whatever, and seeing how the girl reacts or whatever, right? If she reacts negatively, then he knows X thing is not okay. If she reacts positively, she's probably gonna continue, right? So in regards to this, right, when you have a person who's doing this, which is most guys, and then when you have women who are too afraid to assert certain boundaries or say or speak up about specific acts, we get like a lot of negative sexual engagements which can be considered rape or sexual assault. We have situations where, yeah, I consented to the sex, but I didn't consent to him doing this or doing this particular thing or saying this particular thing or whatever, so I consider this to be rape. Or we have situations, right, where we have situations where dudes or whatever are like too stupid or like too like awkward or whatever to actually like talk about what they are gonna do or what the girl is okay with, etc., etc., right? When we have these type of people engaging in sex, it leads us down like roads that where girls are gonna say like, yeah, he's sexually assaulted and things like that. Well, we're talking in general, so obviously I'm gonna generalize. Yes, it is in general.
That's not in general.
Yes, it absolutely is in general. Hold on. King. You just said king. Yes, king. You just said the dumbest thing possible. You said I'm not speaking. You just said I'm not speaking. You just shut the fuck up. King, I'm about to tell you what. Yeah. We're animated right now. King, you just said the dumbest, most retarded shit of all time, King. What you just said was you're speaking in general. Awesome. And I heard you say something retarded. I heard what you said was retarded, right? Yeah, I know. And I'm gonna repeat myself again because I'm gonna tell you why what you said was fucking stupid. So in regards to this, you verbatim said, "Hey, you're speaking in general, right?" And I'm saying, "Well, yeah, I'm generalizing because I'm speaking in general." And you said, "Well, you can't generalize because I don't do that. If I'm speaking in general, I'm not talking about the independent individual person. So I don't care if you don't do that. I'm speaking in general, you dumb fuck." Like, Jesus Christ. Because stupidity pisses me off.
You can't say most guys, then say some guys.
No, I'm saying most guys. This is what most guys do. Yes, it is. Don't say, I'm going to say this is what most guys do, and then you guys are going to respond with, well, I don't do this. I don't care if you don't do this. That's the individual.
Bro, I felt that.
Hold on. Who's the person that's just screaming?
You. I think that's you.
Okay, this song. Everybody be quiet before you guys can go, and then after I remove them. Hold on.
Why are you stuttering, boy? You scared? You nervous?
Okay, there we go. So in regards to this, yeah, if I'm speaking in general, I'm not speaking about the individual. So I don't care if you personally do this, because I'm not what I'm talking about. I never said you personally did this. It is in general. This is how I know you don't fuck, because this is the general thing. Yes. You're not within this sort of communities. This is a general thing. This is what happens within like these certain communities. It absolutely is. Bruh. We don't have a mass amount of guys that are constantly going, "Can I touch you here? Is it okay if I do this? Is it okay if I do this? Can I touch you there?" Exactly. Nobody is doing that. Is it okay if I touch you here? Is it okay if I stick my dick in you? Is it okay if I thrust like 5 seconds, 5 times per second? Nobody is doing this.
You're having sex, bro.
You're not gonna constantly communicate during sex.
You're not gonna ask yourself.
Yes, you are.
No, you're not. What? Why do you think it's such a meme? Why do you think it's such a meme in America that our sexual education is super low? It's because we lack communication during sexual engagements. Nobody is constantly communicating during sex. It's not happening. You guys are literally like saying something that's not right. You guys are probably like 15. Like, no way. This is not true.
This is the same guy. This is that guy.
Okay, that's fine.
People are constantly communicating during good sex. I don't know, like, obviously if you're having...
I'll accept that. Hold on, Nico Robin, you're right. I'll accept that. That's true. I'll accept that. Yeah. But hold on, wait, Nicaragua, let me ask you a question. Do you think that most sex is good sex?
On the whole, no.
Alright then, so this is irrelevant.
If I'm in a relationship with
No,
somebody,
that's not. I feel like you're being dishonest though.
Hold on, no. Nicaragua, I'm talking about the majority of sexual engagements when men and women meet and have sex. I would argue most people are not having good sex.
Yeah,
that's what I would argue.
The proof is on you though. Where's the proof of that? Where's the proof of that?
This is just like, obviously you can't.
You're making a claim.
No, I'm not. Okay, Sakura, shut up and let me answer you. God damn. Okay, so obviously, stop talking, because you just asked me a question, bozo. So obviously I'm gonna answer. So obviously, Sakura. So obviously, this is something that can't. This is something. Okay, Sakura. Okay, Sakura, you can go after this. Let me answer your question, then you can go.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so anyways, to answer your question. Cool. That's awesome. Anyways, to answer your question, Sakura, right? So the issue here is that obviously this is something that we can't like statistically find out, right? This is just something that like I've observed through being within certain communities, right? This is just something like you kind of have to like experience or just kind of know, right? Now, like you can give something like an equally valid like observation of like what you perceive to be true or whatever, but obviously we're not talking about empiricists or analytics because we're not like nobody has introduced this, right? So like this is not something that like we don't need to bring up stats about this because this is not something that we can't even discover statistically, right? This is just like how communities tend to operate, right? Now if you want to put like forth like what you think is happening, that's fine, and now we can engage with that, but don't do this thing where it's like, well, prove what you're saying or bring up stats on that or whatever, right? Because nobody's talking about this. Yeah, Xavier, what's up? Yeah, what's up?
Is this from your personal experience?
No.
Well then, where are you getting this from?
Well, this is like, well,
it's called conjecture.
Yeah.
To a conclusion based on like.
Yeah, this is just what this is like.
Yeah,
I'm not. I haven't personally experienced this, but what I'm saying is like this is what like I've seen like growing up, like being in different, hearing different stories, hearing different communities, engaging with different communities on how they tend to act, like discover or reading certain things or looking up certain things or things like this or whatever, right? This is just how our society tends to go. We don't have a surplus of dudes constantly communicating when they're fucking a girl, like, or when sexual. Literally, people are too embarrassed. Wait. People are too embarrassed to have sexual conversations like this, right? People are too embarrassed or too like awkward to have these conversations. So we have a bunch of negative sexual engagements. That's just what happens in our society. Literally, thank you. Like that's all that happens. That's what I'm saying.
I get that it's his opinion, but he has to like accept other people's too.
That's a very true thing, though. Like it's not even like an opinion.
That's what I'm saying. Like our sex. All I'm saying is our sex in our society. Exactly. In our society, our sexual education is very, very bad, and people are way too awkward and way too shy or way too like nervous to even talk about or have these conversations. So we have a bunch of sexual engagements that result in negative outcomes.
Okay, that's a bunch though. That's not the I just don't know.
I would say this is the majority. The majority of sex is not good sex.
Okay, and in my opinion, in my opinion, that's wrong.
Okay.
That's fine. But like it's not a valid pleasure.
Come on, you can't do that.
Hold on, Sakura, express why you think that. Express why you think that.
Are you meaning it's not good sex?
Well, because I believe that Untenable is conflating his argument. I feel like he's... I'm sorry, everyone's speaking.
Yeah, go. I'm here. I'm listening to you, Sakura. Go.
I'm just saying that I believe Untenable is kind of conflating issues. Now, the difference between, is it okay if I stick my dick to you? How many times can I thrust? That's a little bit of an overstatement. That's like an exaggeration. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that's
I know. But do you know what I mean, though? That's an exaggeration, but do you know what I mean? Well, I don't want you to straw man my point, though. That's exaggeration, but do you know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, then don't take the hyper example of it. Take what I mean. Like nobody's having sexual conversations. That's my point.
Don't be hyper literal.
Okay, well, I can't speak for everyone, but I believe that most people, if you trust your partner, you should want to, like, have a conversation.
Sakura, let me ask you a question. Okay, cool. Let me ask you a question. You fucked 8 people, right? 8 different people.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, this is just clarifying, right? Let me ask you a question, and speak genuinely here, speak honestly. Did you have a conversation about sex and exactly what you like and what you want them to do prior to you fucking them?
Yeah.
For every single guy? So you told them, this is what I like, this is what I want you to do, this is what I want?
Yeah, I mean, just because I've had sex with a lot of guys doesn't mean I'm not gonna fucking speak
Okay,
to
that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Let me ask you a question. Do you think... Okay, cool. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that the majority of women do this?
I would say most do.
Okay.
If they're... But it depends on if you're... It depends on,
It's just
like,
not true. That's so not true.
Okay, that's not fair to say, because, like, I could just say your shit's not true.
Well, you just don't live in the real world. That nobody does that. Nobody says like, this is exactly what I want. This is exactly what I like, etc., etc. Like nobody.
Do you see how much you lose
like, what do you?
antenna?
Because like, there's also like what context is happening. Because like, if I'm hooking up with somebody like from a bar or some shit, and then we get home, obviously we're not gonna like discuss that. But like,
it was already made clear.
Like,
say what?
Like,
but Nico Robin, but hold on, wait, hold on, Nico Robin. Oh my God, hold on, Nico Robin is saying a bunch of true things. Nico Robin, literally, you're agreeing with me, okay? Because I've expressed exactly what you just said, but that's my point, right? Those hookup situations, that happens a lot. Hookup culture is highly prevalent in America, right? So hookup culture where people are just hooking up and not actually engaging in relationships, that happens a metric fuck ton. Shut up. That happens a metric fuck ton, right? Wait, hold on. That happens a metric fuck ton, right? Where people are just hooking. Shut up, Sakura. Where people are just hooking up, right? That happens a lot, right? But Nico Robin, that's what I'm saying. In those situations, that happens the majority of the time, and in those situations, people aren't having conversations about what they like. Now, obviously, in a relationship environment or whatever, this is gonna be a bit different. Probably they've had prior conversations about what they like and dislike, right? But this is besides the point, because most sexual engagements are like hookups and not actual relationship engagements or whatever, because relationships are at an all-time low in America, right? So most of the time it's just hookups where people are not having conversations about these things.
I mean, I guess, I don't know. I feel like my experience has been like kind of different. Like even when I hook up with people, I'm like, hey, when you get over here, what are we gonna do? Type thing.
How many women have you slept with, Nico Robin?
Thank you, bro.
Well, I'm bisexual, so like that's.
Okay, how many men and women have you had sex with? Or how many people have you had sex with?
I think I'm body count like 4 or 5. Yeah.
4 or 5. Okay, now let me ask you this: asking what we're gonna get into prior to them coming over or whatever is like not what I mean. What I'm asking you is that like, have you actually had like detailed like conversation about like, oh, is it okay for me to do this to you, or what kind of things are you into before we get started, etc., etc. Have you actually had these conversations or whatever prior to you hooking up with these people?
Maybe not to the detail you're describing, but
I don't mean like hyper detail, like or like thrust per second or whatever, right? I mean like, do you like anal, or like, you know, or do you give blowjob, do you give head, etc., or like or like, do you like being touched here? Do you have any trigger words or trigger like acts or things like this or something like this, right?
Yeah. Like before we're like having sex, I have to like have like a baseline of like, okay, is this cool to do? It's not like.
Okay. Well, then Nico Robin, now my next question to you is, do you think the majority of people do this?
This is so cap. I was like,
the
cap.
vast majority?
That's easy.
Yeah, do you think that the vast majority of people, before they're having sex, do you think that the vast majority of people have these conversations?
Hey, rapists are rapists, dude. Is
that what this is about? It's about like...
No. Hold on. Answer the question. Nico, don't get distracted. Answer the question.
His experience should make his opinion. How is that a problem?
Wait. Hold on. Answer the question, Nico. Do you think that the majority of people do what you do? Where they actually say like, is this safe to do? Do you have any trigger words or trigger acts in sex that you may not be comfortable with or whatever? Like, do you like, are you okay with like anal, oral, etc.? Do you think the majority of people do this? Do you think?
I mean,
Yeah.
The rape
No, but like,
Right.
also think about the fact that like even in like marriages, a lot of people's like sex lives aren't really good. Like a lot
Right.
of wives. Will
That's what I'm
have
talking
sex
about.
just
That's the
because-
reason. That's no. Hold on, Nico.
But you're
You-
saying like this is just like a hookup culture thing. Like, this is like
Wait, but I'm saying if it happens in relationships too. But I'm saying it happens the majority of the time. The majority of sexual engagements are like this, where people are not having these conversations.
That's not rape thing.
Wait, hold on. That's the problem. That's the problem. What he just said is the problem. That's the problem. Sakura, do you just hear what King just said? That's the problem.
I mean, the fact that I even got a back antenna boy up is kind of
That's the issue. That's my point. That's the problem right there. He just said it.
Just because you didn't like having sex with that person doesn't mean it's rape.
Now you see Sakura.
That's what exactly. That's Sakura. Please tell me you see. That's the problem. That's the problem.
I never thought. No, I personally still don't agree. I still personally don't agree with you in some way, but that was a wild take.
What? Everybody here. I'm about to stop talking now, but everybody here. What King just said is the exact problem. That's the problem. That right there. Thank you. That's it.
The problem.
King, come on, bro. You gotta see the thing, the problem with
but I'm
that.
not saying that. I'm not saying that, bro. I'm not considering that rape. That's not rape.
Wait.
Okay then.
What did King exactly say to like that being? the
Yeah,
answer
I
to
don't
all
know
this?
what was said.
I didn't say anything. Like, what did I say?
That's not rape then.
He said if it's not good sex, if it's
doesn't
not
mean it's
good
rape.
sex, then it doesn't mean it's rape. If it's
That's
not
not
good,
rape.
He can clarify what he means. He can clarify.
the girl and then say I didn't like it, but it's not rape.
Yeah, but that's not what you said prior. You can clarify
No,
what you
that's
mean
exactly
now.
what I said. That's
Okay,
what I said.
you just all you said was that's not rape, right? But like
No. I said no. I said just because you're in a relationship and you don't like having sex with that person.
Yeah, that's fine. You clarified. That's what you said with your clarification. You clarified after.
Okay,
That's fine. But the issue, okay, but that's.
He meant like if you're married to someone, you can't rape them. That's why I was like.
Well, hold on. My broader point. Hold on. Wait. My broader point is that King Vamp here are one of those people who will get confused. Like he'll say he's the type of person who will he'll have sex with a girl. He'll have sex with a girl or whatever, and like he's like in the moment. He's literally fucking her in the pussy, right? And then he will take his dick out and stuff it in her ass or whatever because he thinks she's okay. He thinks this is okay to do because he's already in the heat of the moment. He's already in the sexual engagement, right? So he thinks this is okay, and then the woman is too scared or too awkward or too whatever shy or whatever the case may be to speak up about this. Thus, rape happens, and he'll say, well, this isn't rape because he consented to the entire sexual engagement. This is the issue.
Justified what he said, and then you got mad that it got justified.
It's an example. It's definitely an example. It's an example. It's actually an example. It's just an example.
You can use me as an example, because then you generalize.
Literally just
I'm not an
said he is
example.
like this.
That's fine. Then King Vamp is not that type of person. That's fine. But this type of situation happens when people don't have conversation about sex.
Happen. We're just saying we're arguing we're not arguing if it happens or not. We're arguing the frequency it's gonna go.
Well, why do you think that? Well, why do you think that there's a lot of confusion about what's rape and what's not?
And it's not.
Dude, out of most of the people here, we said that we do talk about what we're gonna do before doing it.
Yeah, but you
Most
guys
of
are
the
just
people
the
said yes.
exceptions then.
Yes.
Because most people don't.
Hold
on, because Nico Robin verbatim. Hold on. Nico Robin, Nico Robin, and Takumi, and Sakura herself, you all have admitted that most people don't do what you guys do.
No, I didn't. I didn't agree to that.
Okay, well then you didn't, but the three of us did. Most people are not having conversations about sex before they fuck. They're not having detailed conversations about what they like and dislike before they fuck.
Detailed is where you're like losing people, because I think most people when they're about to fuck, they say like, hey, okay, what we about to do, or what you want to do, or like shit like that. they're gonna ask at least. And I feel like if a dude isn't sure about like,
Let me tell you this. I'll say this. I'm with Talking Me here, where I'll say this. I have had sex. My body count is 3. I've had sex with 3 different women, and I'll tell you this. I did not say exactly what we were gonna do prior to like fucking. We just kind of get into it, and it was just a moment. We let the moment lead itself. Nobody was actually exchanging words. Right? No, we weren't actually. Nobody was actually like, "Yeah, I'm gonna suck your dick now," or like, "Would you suck my dick?" or something like this, right? We just kind of let the moment. We let the moment lead itself, right? Nobody's actually having conversations like this. Like talking to me. He knows what I'm talking about. Like we get to touching, when then we get to like dirty talking. We just slide in. You know what I mean? We let the moment lead itself. Nobody's actually like having like, "I'm gonna do this now," or "Is it okay if I do this," etc.
In the moment, are we talking about this in terms of consent and in terms of just sex? Because with consent, body language and shit like that is like,
yeah, that's what we say. Oh my God, Nico Robin gets everything I'm saying. So Nico Robin, maybe I can speak to you, right? Exactly, Nico Robin, maybe I can speak this to you, right? We meet people like me, you, or Talk to Me or whatever. We don't exchange words because words are not necessary here, right? So we see how they react. We'll touch a certain area, and if she's like leaning into it, we read body language. We'll lean in, you know what I mean? Lean in for the kiss to see what she reacts to or whatever. We engage with the situation and see how she reacts, etc., etc. But words are not actually being said because this can kill the mood. The guy might be afraid he can kill his chances because he's being too corny. Like, is it okay if I kiss you now or something like this? You know what I mean? Like, or can I kiss you or something like this, right? Like, people are afraid that like the mood or the engagement might end or something like this, right? Meanwhile, the girl has to like guard against this, right? Like, okay, I'll express body language that shows I'm okay with being touched here, but I'm not okay with him doing this, etc., right? But most people aren't actually communicating, and that's the issue. That's what I'm saying is the issue. That's the
like,
issue.
Body language is communication. Like
It can be, but wait. Hold on, wait. Nico Robin. Can people? What do you think? What do you think people misinterpret it more? Words or body language?
I mean, I guess body language, but like,
okay,
like you can tell when something.
Can you really?
Absolutely.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
The reason why
there's a difference between.
Because body language reacts before you react. Like you speak slower than your body language. So
yeah,
like, of course people gonna fucking misunderstand. Like that's just how it is.
I mean, it really depends.
That's where sexual assault and rape happens.
And Boy Loki trying to finesse these guys into like believing this shit. I can't believe it.
It's not a finesse. All right. Anyways, I think I made my point. I think y'all get it, but okay.
Yeah, you did.
For the first time, you're obviously gonna say what they would want. I'm saying for the other times, I feel like it's just normal.
For the first, hold on, that's super not true. They're not. Okay, that's super not true. Hold on, that's super not true. No, I promise. Xavier, how many people have you slept with? I need to know.
5.
Okay, maybe this is just you in particular, but I promise you, I guarantee, I'm just gonna say something that's factual. Most people are not having like conversation about what they like, dislike, or what before they get into the act or whatever, right?
No, you're telling me hookups, when people do hookups over like call, text, or whatever, they don't say anything that they're gonna do over the phone before they actually get to them?
No, if it is just sexy talk, it's just sexy talk. No, hold on, if it is, hold on, sexy talk is different from like likes, dislikes, and an actual sexual conversation.
This nigga just brought up a point that's like, it's like one of those moves, like you know, like fucking Instagram or something. It's like 100%. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
100%.
No, niggas don't actually like act on that shit. Like,
yeah, like you think.
It's still said.
Is it? No, bruh. This is
This
just sexy talk, like, bro, like you think? Do you think? Hold on, wait, Xavier. Let me ask you a question. Hold on, wait. I'm about to. Hold on. This is gonna judge. Yeah, exactly. Xavier, this is gonna prove whether or not I continue having a conversation with you. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that like what we're talking about here is like when you guys are over the phone and the woman is like, yeah, I'm gonna suck the soul out of your dick. Or I'm gonna like rub my cucumber juice on it and I lick the tip. And I'm gonna like suck the balls and like grab it and I'm gonna like touch it or whatever, right? All that means here is that she's coming over to give you a blowjob. That's fine. But like if that's what you mean by sexual, we're having like a really important sexual conversation here. No.
Listen,
okay.
I'm saying that still is a key thing to like knowing what's gonna happen later. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like that's still a talk to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not what we're talking about.
What? That's exactly
Wait,
what you're
what?
talking about.
No,
If you
we're talking.
express what you want to happen before it happens, then
Bro.
that's consent. Like,
Because when you say like a preemptive conversation, are you talking about like specifically like kinks? Or are you talking about like sex is on the
No,
table,
not
you know,
kinks.
like-
That's the thing. Not kinks. No.
Okay, well then nobody.
Well, then
I'm
the
talking about, like,
blowjob
I'm asking.
thing,
I'm talking
like-
about like not in particular kinks. Like I want you to like yes, kinks can be a part of the conversation, sure, but not entirely. I'm talking about the important stuff. Like, are you okay with me doing this? Do you have any trigger words? Are you okay with me like doing this particular? Are you okay? Are you okay with blowjobs? Are you okay with things like this or whatever? Right? We can get into specific kinks. That's fine. That's part of the conversation. But I'm talking about most of the time, conversations like this in this particular realm are not happening. People are just feeling with the moment, going with the flow or whatever, right? And that's usually how sexual engagements happen, right? People are not having like conversations about what we actually, what is the important stuff that we talk about, whatever, what they consider things like this, what they consider rape to be, what they consider sexual assault to be. Is it okay if I smack your ass? Like if I'm fucking you, are you okay with these particular like styles or these particular? Wait. Are you okay? Are you okay with these particular positions or whatever? What positions are you into? Are you okay with me smacking your ass or hitting you or calling you names or calling you a bitch or things like this or whatever, right? These are like these kind of conversations make up the difference between good sex and bad sex and things like this.
Would you do that the first time?
Yeah. Oh well. Hold on. Ideally, hold on. Wait. Ideally, I should, but I'm a victim as this bad thing or whatever. I do this. I'm a victim of this bad thing as much as the next guy or whatever, right? I don't, because I think this is very awkward and silly, and I know I can read, and I know I can read good body language or whatever. I know I can do that, right? I'm responsible enough to do that, so where I don't really need to have conversations like this. Plus, I'm not into like wild shit, right? I'm not gonna like smack your ass or do these different things or whatever. Most of my sex is just vanilla. But in regards to this, right? So like, yeah, that's what that's what I'm talking about, right? So yeah.
Okay, for the enemy
That
quiz.
in
What are we
terms
talking
of,
about?
like,
This?
consent is like that's different. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you're talking about like once it happens. I'm like I at least thought we were discussing like how like sexual assault like gets misconstrued because there's like a big difference between.
But
like,
some women would consider
and,
that
like,
sexual
sex being
assault,
on the table.
right? Like for
Also, antenna boy,
I don't.
you
hold on, Nico Robin.
you can read body language, right?
Yeah,
So
but
then
most people
isn't
can't.
Is that your way of consent then? Is that your way of consent?
Of my way
If
of
you read their
consent?
body language and they seem fine with it, is that your consent?
Was that my consent or her consent?
Like, are you reading that as consent from her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because you read her body language, is that
Yes.
your consent from her?
Yes.
See, like that's like.
So then there you go. That's contradicting yourself because they didn't have to. They didn't have to
Yeah.
talk.
Oh, okay. Okay. This nigga Xavier is retarded. Hold on, Xavier. My issue is that most people cannot do this, which is why a bunch of negative sexual engagements happen. Which is why even after the fact, even after consenting, women will still say the guy sexual assaulted her or raped her or something like this or whatever because they didn't properly read body language or because they didn't because they did a specific thing or whatever they said they're not okay with or something like this or whatever, right? But the
There's
issue.
a difference between
Like for example, you. Well, hold on. Let me give you an example, right? Wait, Nico Robin, hold on, wait. Let me give an example, right? Let's say like you're doing it doggy style from behind, right? And you may have the urge to smack her ass, but what you don't know is that she's not okay with this, and nowhere did you guys talk about this or anything. But you're in the heat of the moment, so you like smack her ass or whatever, right? So after hold on, but guys don't do that, Sakura. That's the point. Okay, so anyways,
guys don't have self-control.
okay, that's part of the issue. Sure, that's part of the issue. But the point is that the majority of guys do things like that. That's the point.
Well, then it's not a
Wait, Nico Robin, let me finish, right? Yeah, for sure. Nico Robin, that happens a lot where the guy is doing it doggy style from behind or whatever, and then he slaps her ass thinking that she's okay with it. He's in the heat of the moment, he slaps her ass, right? But what he doesn't know is that she's not okay with it. Sakura says, well, if she doesn't know that he's okay, if he doesn't know she's not okay with it, then just don't do it. Most guys do not think like that. They want to see what they can get away with and push the engagement. But hold on, wait, Nico Robin, I'm almost done. Then you can go. But what happens is he slaps her ass ass, right? So at the end of this sexual engagement, once all things said and done or whatever, right, the woman may say something, and it's credible, it makes sense, right? The woman may say something like, no, he didn't rape me, but I do feel sexually assaulted or taken advantage of because he smacked my ass or he said certain things that I wasn't okay with or whatever.
Women do not say that.
I
If
can
you're
agree with
already
that.
having sex and you're not doing something crazy like trying to put it in her butt or some shit, if it's just like a smack or something that she doesn't like.
That you may see that as not crazy, but she sees that as crazy. That's the point.
I can understand where some of it comes from with this part, like, but it's the frequency for me. It's the frequency.
Even Sakura sees what I'm saying. You may not see that as her just a light smack on the ass as crazy. That's a huge traumatic thing about her or whatever. You may not see it as crazy, but she may. That's the point. That's the point.
Again, we gotta go back to battling because if it's really bad, you could probably see her reaction.
We don't have
Yeah,
to
like
like
if she's like
That's the
negatively
point, you're
reacting to
trying
the
to
point
make
where
the
she would
whole
consider it sexual assault after, like, then that's like different. Like you would be able to tell versus like you're having sex, you do something that she doesn't like, but it's like whatever. If he likes it, I can still do it. You know, like most people are not going to consider that rape after the fact.
Not rape, but maybe sexual assault or be traumatic. Yeah, or it might be traumatic. But or it might be just bad sex.
Why that was wrong and like try to figure it out. Like it's not as black and white as Boy is trying to make it seem.
Yeah, like
that's
it's not like.
It's not black.
But that's
and white.
I know, but hold on, Nika Robin. The girl, it may not be sexual assault per se, but she may say it's sexual assault. She may say it was bad sex. She may say it like she didn't like it or something like this, or it was actually traumatic for her or something like this.
That are talking about like that have been sexual assaulted have been sexual assaulted. It hasn't just been like, oh, this guy smacked me in my face one time and I didn't like it, so I'm gonna ruin his reputation. Like that shit does not happen.
That's a genuine case of sexual assault. Then. Like what he's saying is it can be misconstrued in the moment. Like,
Yes.
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 In the moment, though, if she has such a strong reaction to it, you should be able to sense that. Bro.
Most guys don't. Most guys don't, Sakura.
Men are in the, as I said, it's in the heat of the moment.
Thank you.
Alright, possibly antenna. I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying if it's really like that big of an issue, she's gonna have a reaction.
Then she
whatever
should-
it's so bad.
She should say, but then she should say something, but the woman doesn't. But she doesn't.
But she doesn't say anything.
Most women don't. Yes.
Okay, yeah, but there are, and I'm not denying that that's not a possibility.
That's my point. That's all I'm saying.
That's the point, though. That's the
Oh
point
my
we've been
god,
the
I
entire
think that my
time.
possibility.
Most women, most people. Wait, the girl. Yeah, the girl is not gonna say anything because either she's too shy, too awkward, or too scared to say something. So she's not going to. She's just gonna go with that trauma. Hence why how these things happen.
There's other things that can happen, though.
Exactly. Talk to me. Yes. Okay. All right, go ahead, Sakura. Go ahead. But I feel like you're just arguing. You're purposely not getting what I'm saying. But okay, yeah, go ahead.
How many times have I said I fucking got it? Now you're just lying on me.
If you got it, then what are you trying to refute? What are you trying to rebuttal? Yeah, what's the rebuttal then? Like, if you got it, I'm just describing a thing that happens. Like,
on your mic, please, bro.
Why is the man in the wrong if she had a big traumatic event about being slapped in the ass,
Wait,
but she's
hold
not
on.
saying,
Okay, now
she's not
that's...
saying,
no. Let him talk. Because that right there is the exact issue that I'm talking about.
Oh my
Let him
God.
go.
I can't even not agree with a boy.
I know. This is the problem. This is what I'm talking about.
Like we're arguing with retards.
This is what I'm talking about. Talk to me. This is Sakura. Xavier and King both did it just on this conversation. This is what I'm talking about. This is the issue.
Like y'all niggas are making notes.
Let me finish.
God damn.
Sadly, you're making notes.
Let me just finish.
Screaming, bro.
Why is the man in the wrong if she had a big traumatic experience and he wasn't?
Because he didn't
supposed to
ask.
slap her or whatever. Wait 1 second. He didn't do it yet. Why doesn't she tell him beforehand that this is a big traumatic thing for me?
Hold on, Xavier, that's the issue. People don't because Xavier, Xavier. The reason why she doesn't. The reason why she doesn't.
It's on the guy to like.
Xavier. The reason why that happens is because, like I said, she's either too shy, too awkward, or too scared, and people doesn't want to ruin the moment, and people don't have conversations like that. Xavier, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I've been saying. People don't talk about that stuff.
It never should have even gotten to that point.
God damn!
It never should have even gotten to this point, bro.
It's not a self-control thing because most guys think that that's okay because she's already consented to him doing a doggy style. So why would she have a problem with him slapping her ass or whatever? But what he doesn't know is that she actually does have a problem with it or whatever.
Yeah,
that's the issue.
Like,
People aren't having those conversations.
It's different. Okay, I get that, but I'm saying like, what if it's so traumatic she like starts crying or she's like shaking, quivering, she has signs of things that are not normal during
soccer. It could be the case. Not saying this happens. This is just an example. But it could be the case sometimes that the guy thinks that he's just putting it down so much that she's crying like that. Shit, I'm giving her good dick to the point where she's crying. I must be doing what I need to do. You know what I'm saying?
Probably know the difference between crying like a cry from
it's just an example. But the point is, at that point where she's giving such an extreme reaction, he should probably stop, right? But it could be the case. Listen, but it could be the case that the guy thinks that like he's just putting it down, like he's just dropping the hammer on her. Well, hold on. Women do all the time. Women do this all the time, where they're like, no, stop or whatever, when they actually want to continue or whatever, right? Like guys are this.
I feel like you should stop.
On that one, I'm not gonna lie. A difference between stop and stop is
yeah, sure. That's fine. Sure, I get that. But the issue here is that women sometimes are too awkward, too scared, don't want to ruin the moment, too shy, or things like this, where they just don't say these things.
Awkward. They would probably stop then.
Well, they just don't say these things. But that's the issue. That's what I'm talking. That's what I've been.
Oh, I agree.
A lot of these things are
true.
But it's important that we do. Let's make it a point now to have conversations with the women who have sex.
Yeah, he's not wrong, guys. Talk to me. You know what I'm doing. As long as you know what I'm talking about, I'm happy. That's all I'm saying. It's like as long as you know what I'm saying, like. Nothing I've said thus far is wild. Like I don't understand.
Nothing on God. Nothing.
Thank you.
Argue to argue and just show the dollar bird.
This is why I said these conversations are important to talk about for people who, if you actually have had sex before, you know what I'm talking about. But if you've never had sex or only had sex with one person, you're probably not gonna know what I'm talking about, right? If you're actually an experienced person, you know what the fuck I'm saying is completely true. Like, come on now. The whole point, all I've been saying is that we just don't have conversations like that, and conversations like that are important and should be had. That's all I've been saying. Like, oh man.
That was the dumbest shit I ever heard.
Literally. Why were we arguing? Like, I just been right this entire time. Like,
it made those feels like it.
Alright. I genuinely felt as though y'all just wanted to disagree,
Exactly. I know soccer just wanted to disagree.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
for sure.
How do you bring up valid? I agree. Listen, I agree with Antenna Boy on everything except the fucking frequency. That was my point of contention. That's literally it.
Sure. But that was just an extreme example to illustrate the point. That was.
All right, and that literally was it. That was it. It was the frequency for me.
Okay.
Sorry, soccer.
Thank you. Oh yeah, we're done, bro. We're done.
I'm sorry.
That shit was way.
I thought we were supposed to be talking about anime, though. What an anime?
I'm recording that. That was a good one.
No, that was crazy.